further ado, we're gonna have to go straight to our guest this week because this is a pretty good interview, and I'm gonna tell you, I had a lot of fun with this guy, and this is our final guest of 2017.
Crazy.
I know, right? Here we are.
Years go by.
We almost done. We got 2 more episodes to go in this whole season. But anyway, without further ado, here he is, Big Ramp of Big Ramp Enterprises. Thank you for tuning in for the main event. Here he is, our guest of the night, Big Ramp. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Chief? What's going on?
Man, you come highly recommended to me, so I'm looking forward to this interview. Now, you've got all kinds of things going on, man. You got radio, you got television, of course you got wrestling. Man, tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell everybody here that don't know you just exactly who you are, and you're a big deal, at least in the area that you're working in.
Well, on the wrestling, and I've been working in wrestling for the last 7-8 years. I done managed over 61 champions in general.
Wow.
over
pretty
like
good even
7.
in the indies.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's for all the different places I go around the country, and I manage their champion in their region and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it is cool, you know what I'm saying? Because I get to scout more talent and meet more people and keep it moving and all that. And then I manage 7 world champions, far as NWA and AIWF wise. You know what I'm saying? I managed 7 of them in the last couple of years. So you know what I'm saying? I'm in a good place wrestling wise. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, it sounds like it, man. Who's the biggest name you ever got to manage?
I think all my clients are big names.
That's a good answer.
All of them. So I feel like every one of them, from 1 to 61, are all big names. So they're all the same.
So that's a good answer. That's what I would say.
I said, hey man, you put me on the spot, dude. I still manage these people, man. Hey man, I gotta go out this week. Then they're gonna be like, hey man, I heard what you said on the podcast. And such your favorite, but you're not with him this week. So what's up with that? I ain't got time for that.
Well, hey man, drop us some names, man. Just tell us not your favorite, but just throw out a couple of the guys you're going to be managing. At the time of this recording, it's mid-September, or no, it's not. It's almost early October. So tell us a couple of guys you'll be managing this weekend, and then now the heat's on me because now I'm asking for specifically with.
Right. It could be anybody. See, Big Ramp Enterprises, I have it set up where I don't necessarily have to be with all my clients all the time. I have representatives and generals and other people that come in and do what needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? I can't be everywhere at all. Not yet. Not till I get this patent on my cloning machine so I can clone myself and I can be more than more than one place at a time. But I have certain people that go and handle things when we need to handle enterprise business, and it's all good.
Well, man, let me ask you something now. We kind of talked a little bit earlier today before we started recording. You kind of told me some of the story, but I didn't want to hear too much because I wanted to save it for the podcast. What got you in this crazy-ass business of ours in the first place? Okay.
All right. Before I got into wrestling, my shoe job was I did music and I worked in radio. Right? So I worked with No Limit, Cash Money, Dec.4, all kind of labels like that and stuff. Mm-hmm. And that parlayed into a radio career. So I'm on air and people from like WWE and TNA and all that came down. And when they came down, me and my homeboy Slab did a lot of the interviews. So over the years, I developed a couple relationships with some people, and then one day, just joking on the radio, I was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna come down and hit him with the thumb." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was my move. That was my move before I got into wrestling, the Samoan Spike, the thumb, hit him with the thumb. So I'm with all that joking and all that. So then when I get there, there's local wrestling. I didn't know about like independent wrestling. I knew about it, but I didn't know about it like as far as them bringing it back. Like down in this area. So when I got there, they had like local companies, like they was giving out flyers for the events and stuff. And me being the dude from the radio station, you know what I'm saying, they were quick to jump on giving me airtime at the events. Like they was like, "Oh, because you know how that go. I'm the dude from the radio." So they're like, "Hey, we gonna put him in." They thought I was gonna just come once or twice and be like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." Like, you know how most people do when you get them to come to wrestling. They come like once or twice and then that's it. But no, not me. They gave me the end that I wanted. Like, I was waiting for this. Like, my character has always been, my character is not a character, and it's me. So,
but sounds to me like we need to go back a little further then, man, because like to establish name in your area outside of wrestling. Let's talk about getting that way. Let's talk about getting into radio then. And let's talk about, did you say that you were a musical artist? That you record your own music?
They could check out, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of my old music. I did a lot of music like with No Limit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did a lot of music with like Dec.4 Records, Fire on the Bayou, a lot of just historic, you know what I'm saying, New Orleans music stuff. Like, sure. So that parlayed me into hosting a TV show called Fat and all that. And that show's been on over 20 years. It's the highest rated show in the area. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that parlayed into me doing radio. So I do radio, and I try to stay busy.
So the radio was kind of a spinoff of your television, right?
And which was a spinoff from the music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything's a spinoff from everything. I just keep moving, whatever it is. Like I did a couple movies. I'm gonna be on CSI. By the time this come out, I'm gonna be on CSI New Orleans a couple times. Look for me and check it out. Like, I got all kind of weird stuff going on, dude. Like, I got weird stuff going on, man.
Well, we'll definitely be looking for you on that show, man. That's a good gig. Now, so let's get back into wrestling then, because I just kind of wanted to hear a little bit about how we got there, because it sounded like, you know, you was on top of the world. I kind of wanted to find out how you got there before we got into that then. But so now you go to wrestling. Was you a fan? You was a fan of the business, though. Am I right?
I mean, I grew up. Like, my sister was like military, so she was stationed like all over and stuff. So as a kid, I got to like go to world class. I got to go to, you know what I'm saying? I got to go to Memphis. I got to grow, like, a lot of these people that I'm working with right now remember me as a snotty nosed kid in the arena. So it's like I was meant to do it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean, like, I might have took like some detours and did some other things and all that. But this, I was meant to do this. There's no way. There was no way for me to hit the ground running like the way I did, and I chose not to use none of my connections from none of the WWE or nothing like Impact or Ring of Honor. Like, all those people are my friends, and I didn't use none of those. I wanted to start from the ground up, independent, from the smallest shows you could get. So when I get to where I need to get at, I don't want them to say it was because of my music career. I don't want them to say it was because of nothing else like that. I want them to remember that I took every single bump that I was supposed to take. I did every program I was supposed to do, and I learned everything I was supposed to learn the hard way.
Oh yeah. That's
Like
definitely
the hard way. A lot of people getting practice matches and learning how to do stuff and getting coddled. I got my ass whooped for a whole 3 years straight. I managed Rodney Mack for 2 years straight. I got my ass whooped by everybody that he went against, and when it went bad, the Red Dog Rodney Mack world whooped my ass with a couple steel chairs. So with that being said, right there, you got dues need to be paid. And I'd be damned if they said I ain't paid mine, because I got the hospital bills to show it.
So you said you was working with Rod